these trending data metrics um, seem pretty important to me. I seen a big kind of aha moment looking at Black Book wholesale data, and it kind of gave me a big warning, at least the way I'm seeing it, and I wanted to share it because if it's true the way I see it lining up, used cars could be in pretty big trouble. These are my thoughts. Doesn't mean I'm right. Speculating, obviously, but I want to show you what I'm seeing, and then you make a decision yourself. Okay. Again, this isn't boohoo, the sky's falling, sell everything. No, keep your head down, retail cars, stay positive at your stores. I just want you to be, when we help dealerships, we help position their inventory forward. We don't look too much. I mean, we look back for the trending data, obviously, but I don't care if I came off a record month. The car I'm buying today is going to be aged in, October, November. I don't want that thing hanging around by then. So what am I doing today? And what am I doing about it now? So let me go in. And so I want you basically what I'm showing you is whatever you own right now. I don't want it aged in October, November, and December based on the data that I want to show you. So I'm going to share my screen. If you happen to listen to this podcast, I would encourage you to go to YouTube to watch the video. Now, I've covered this shopper index quite a bit if you've watched my videos, but I want to revisit it so you can see wholesale patterns, because they follow this. Okay. This is a 5-year pattern. So we can go all the way back to 2017. Okay. And in August, usually there's an uptick and then it drops straight down through December. The shopper activity drops off 20-30%. Then by February, March, it picks up. It drops off in spring selling season. Tax season's over. Upticks again July, August for summer sales events, summer sales-a-thons, and then it drops back off through December. Same pattern each year. February, March, drops down through the spring, picks up summer sales events, drops down through December. Picks up going into spring. This is COVID shutdown. It blew up, but again, after that, it dropped down through December. Last year, picked up in March, last tax season. And then it really started we didn't have an uptick July, August. There was no big summer sales events. And so it just dropped down through December. And then again, this December was just as low as COVID shutdown almost. But this March wasn't that busy comparably to previous Marches. It was down 20-30%. And then again, we kind of been steady here. So what does this got to do with wholesale, Jason? Well, there's a big correlation. So let me pull up this picture that I have right here and this. All right, guys. So check this out. Up top, we are running the shopper pattern for January of 2020, because that's Black Book chart here, January 2020 to now. This is the shopper index, what I just showed you. Okay, COVID shutdown, picked up after COVID, dropped down through December, picked that back up in February, March, dropped pretty much down, a little bit of an uptick there, it dropped down through December, smaller March, back down. All right, so here's what I'm seeing in wholesale. Let's look at this gray line. That is looking at all 2 to 8 year old cars that transitioned on average wholesale-wise 2017 to 2000 through 2019. So pre-COVID lines. How was wholesale pre-COVID? And this is why I showed you a 5-year shopper count. If you follow this gray line, this is January, and wholesale and the gray line upticked right around that March, April. Remember, we had a strong February, March. So March, April, wholesale goes up as people are replacing those cars. It drops down going into spring. And then right here is August, a little bit gray line uptick from recovering from the summer sales events, again, pre-COVID. But after that, it drops all the way down through November. Then December, it picks up a little bit because people are ramping up for that tax season, which happened. And again, wholesale picked back up in April on this gray line, brought down through the spring and summer, back up a little bit in August here for the summer sales events that happened pre-COVID, back down through December, back up through the spring, back down our summer tax season, back down through the spring. And then again, this gray line is indicating it going back up into the summer events. This is 17 through 19 averages. Well, let's pick it up at 2020, and the shopper count dropped, wholesale dropped. Shopper count activity went up, wholesale shot up with it right after COVID opened up. We all experienced that. Shopper count dropped off through December, wholesale followed. Okay. Then we fast forward to last year, spring taxi, all that blew up. Wholesale skyrocketed again, but then it drops back down. We had a little bit of an uptick right here in wholesale for October, November of last year, but again, drops all the way back down through December. Remember, this March wasn't as strong as previous Marches. It was down 20%. So this wholesale didn't peak as much as the previous peaks. But here's the kicker, guys. Look where we're at already. So usually right after, again, the shopper count drops off, 2017, all through, drop, that August uptick in wholesale, that gray line, it drops down through December, drops down through December. Shopper counts drop down, wholesale values drop down. So basically right now we should be going into that phase where after August, it starts dropping down through December. But look where we're at this August, July and August wholesale compared to pre-COVID. We're already at a level that is December levels in August and September. And every year for the last 5 years, it upticks a little bit in August and September. And we're not getting it this year. There's not big summer sales-a-thons. There's no new cars really to do this. So think about that. Every year, wholesale dropped from September down to December, September down to December, every year, every year, every year. Shopper count matches. Our wholesale is already at December levels, and we got 4 more months to December. And I'm giving you 5 years of trending data there. Where do you think this is going to go? Higher interest rates, more repos are happening, right? Inflation, gas prices, housing market. I just shared an article on my Facebook. Housing market essentially is tipping in a recession. Year over year, house sales were down 20%. You want to take in another information. If you just look at, and I had it pulled up earlier, I think I changed it. If you actually take a peek at here, and I'm going to pull it up, is auto remarketing. Okay, go into, and I'm going to pull it up in my email right here, and I'm going to type in auto remarketing and enter. Got this morning. Okay, just take a peek at these 2 headlines right here. Cox Automotive see monthly used vehicle sales off almost 14%. We've seen that since December of last year. I've warned everybody, hey, this is, and then wholesale values decline, far exceeding expectations. So after I just got done showing you those 5-year wholesale trending metrics, okay, after I just showed you all that, after I just showed you shopper counts, after I showed you, where do you think this wholesale market, we're already at, according to the Black Book stats, we're already at last year, December wholesale indexes. And from August, September, wholesale drops through December. So where are we going to be at this December? All I'm saying is, again, like I said at the beginning, prepare for this now. If you wait to feel the pain, if you wait till you need surgery, it's too late. You should have did therapy before all that, right? Start thinking about positioning your inventory now, get it moving and staying clean going into the next 30, 60, 90, 120 days, because I don't see it getting any prettier between now and then. So if you'd like to see how we can help you out, lotpop.com. I'm not necessarily doing this for our purposes. I wanted to warn, because if I seen this and I didn't say nothing about it and it happened, I'd feel bad for all the dealers that are just going into this market blindly and no one said anything about it. So we've seen the headlines, but until I seen that chart and I compared the shopper indexes to the pre-COVID wholesale values, it really didn't dawn on me until I started connecting those, and I seen that gap of where we are now comparably to pre-COVID, and we still haven't even hit December yet. I went, oh crap, People need to know about this. So hope this is helpful. Lotpop.com. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow me on Facebook. This all goes on to a podcast, SoundCloud. If you want to listen to them, you can find it on podcasts. So hope you have a great weekend. We have a university next month. If you want to go to lotpopu.com, we got about 15 people signed up. We just had 12 people here last week or this week with the university. Great time. I do a 1.5-day course here in Kansas City. Get here. It doesn't cost you anything. I had 2 dealers that were non-clients at this last event. We have a couple coming already from the next event. Sign up. There's seats available. Again, if you need any help, reach out. Let me know.